A worker bee's wings shimmering in the golden light as she moves between cells, carrying out her duties. A drone bee, slightly larger than the worker bees, rests near the edge of the hive, his broad wings shimmering subtly in the light. The queen bee and several worker bees surround a cluster of cells as they work in unison, creating a harmonious and bustling. The queen bee's large compound eyes reflect the hive's interior as she surveys her surroundings, exuding a sense of calm and purpose. A worker bee meticulously inspects a cell, her head tilted slightly as she uses her antennae to sense its condition. A wax cell filled with glistening honey, capturing the warm, golden tones of the hive. The interior of the hive is filled with hexagonal cells illuminated by bright natural light. White, wriggling larvae are visible within the cells, surrounded by a warm, honey-colored glow. Worker bees hover near the hexagonal cells, their golden yellow and black striped bodies shimmering in the natural light as they carry pollen and nectar. One worker bee leans into a hexagonal cell, depositing royal jelly for the larva inside. The bee's delicate, transparent wings are slightly blurred from motion. The hive's interior walls are visible, coated in a golden honey sheen, with worker bees moving diligently between the cells. A single hexagonal cell with a silky cocoon inside, where a pupa is encapsulated. A drone bee's large, multifaceted eyes capturing the soft reflection of the hive's interior. A developing pupa within the cocoon, revealing the translucent structure and faint outlines of wings and legs forming. A worker bee tending to a cell, its delicate legs and antennae gently interacting with the cocoon. The hive walls filled with warmth and activity, with worker bees moving purposefully between cells. A worker bee's compound eyes reflecting the soft ambient light as it gazes at the developing pupa. The queen bee moving gracefully through the hive, her elongated abdomen brushing past the cells. The queen bee laying an egg in a hexagonal cell, her movements deliberate and precise. The hive's bustling activity, with worker bees tending to cells and drones resting nearby. Honey glistening within a partially filled cell. The vibrant meadow filled with colorful flowers of yellows, blues, and greens stretches under a clear blue sky. Sunlight bathes the meadow and the hive's entrance. Worker bees gather around the newly emerged adult bee, some extending their antennae towards it in a gesture of welcome. The queen bee stands slightly elevated on a comb near the hive entrance, her robust body catching the sunlight. She gazes outward as if preparing for her flight. A worker bee carries a small piece of pollen into the hive, flying gracefully past the newly emerged adult bee. The queen bee begins to take flight, her wings flapping steadily as she ascends from the comb, surrounded by the hive's warm glow. The queen bee, with her shiny dark brown exoskeleton and distinctive yellow and black banding, positioned at the center of a group of worker bees, her wings shimmering in the sunlight. The queen bee gazes into the distance, her large, multifaceted eyes reflecting the bright blue sky as worker bees surround her protectively. The meadow bathed in golden sunlight, with the swarm of bees forming a moving silhouette against the bright blue sky, capturing the essence of the cycle of life.